All right, guys and gals, Mr. Know-It-All here, and what we're doing today is planting a raised bed blueberry patch. As you know, blueberries love acidic soil. So we're going to be using peat moss, some garden soil, and if you have a supply, a pile of dirt somewhere, just regular native soil, and then some pine chips, pine nuggets, whatever you want to call them. And we have a little bit of azalea tone to add a little bit of boost, if you want to call it that. But you want to put your grubbies on because you're going to get dirty, and you're going to want to put your bozo shoes on. All right, here's what's going to happen. We've got 3 buckets right there. You're going to need that. We have the blueberries right here that we're going to be pulling up. I put them in the ground, give them a few days of protection before I got to this program. We're going to dig all the sod out, get this cleaned up so it's nothing but dirt. The bed will be raised up about maybe a foot. Then we're going to use these landscaping bricks to go around it. So let's get busy. It's going to be a lot of dirty work, but I think it'll be well worth it. We have rabbit eye blueberries and we have bright wells, and as you can see, these 2 are not doing too good. That one and this one over here, because I just planted them in the ground, and this is real hard clay, so clay is a bit acidic, probably what saved them from dying, because I didn't do any of this, didn't have time at that moment. But I'm going to share with you how to mix up the mix and get at it. Okay, Julio took off, so he's heading back to Colombia. He's got to get some shipment of something or other. I don't know. He's always going there. Argentina, Colombia, Sinaloa Valley. Anyhow, Julio, tell everybody where all the tools are at. Thank you, Julio, Cesar, Chavez, Rodriguez, Jorge Johnson, Felix Gallardo. Let's get at it. So I took his hat. All right, first thing we're going to do is get a 5-gallon bucket, or you're going to need 3 of them. We're going to add our pine nuggets or pine chips. Five gallons of native soil or garden soil. And 5 gallons of peat moss. There it is. Then you'll add one good handful of the protein powder, I call it, the acid fertilizer, to each time you do this. So each plant is going to get this in their mound area. So it'll be really acidic, it'll be really good for them. So these blueberries should just grow like crazy. But there's your mix. That's simple. And don't forget to add that to each one of these batches. First off, I have to dig all this sod out. Not very big, but big enough. Be a lot of work. Sun's coming up, and I'm already sweating. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. So let's get at it. All right, we got it all done. All we got to do is dig these up, put them back into pots, dig up the 2 end ones, put them in the wheelbarrow. Then I'm going to rototill this and work it all up. But we got a lot of sod out of there. All right, now we're going to do the rototilling. All right, we got them. Now remember, when you plant blueberries, you want to keep in mind that if you can mix blueberry plants between themselves, like Brightwell and Rabbit Eye, I'm mixing them. I'm going to put them 3 feet apart, and thanks to AT&T buried cable, we have the flags for that. So we know the first one's going to go right about there. Now what you'll do is dump a bucket of each on each flag and then mix it up with your pitchfork, plant your plant. I don't have enough blocks to do the whole thing, so I'll just do the one end so you can get an idea what it's going to look like. So that's roughly where it's going to go right there. Then we'll remeasure and stick our courtesy flags in. There they are. All they got to do is be mixed up. Then we got to put our special little acid fertilizer on. One handful, one big handful. Now we'll just wet it down a little bit so it's a little easier to mix up. Alright, we got the very end one down there planted, and we're going to do this one here so you can see how I do it. I'm doing it this way because blueberries need good drainage. They'll have great drainage doing it this way. Then we'll eyeball it. That looks pretty good. Pretty straight down through there. So let's do the other ones and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Alright, they're all in. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, they're all in. I eyeballed it. Look how straight they are. Boom. And it looks like I might have enough pine nuggets put in there. I'm going to put some of the stones around it so you can get an idea what that finished look is going to look like. But these things will grow like weeds. And as I said, because blueberries have a very shallow root system, mounding like that's going to be really good because they'll drain well. But this is kind of how it's going to look. I could double up the blocks if I wanted, but I don't see any need to. And I put the two Brightwells in between, this one here and then this one down here, in between the rabbit eyes, so they'll get good pollination and they all work together. Alright, there it is. I still ended up being one block short down on the end. I have to cut one with the concrete saw because you never get it perfect, but I think they're going to do well in there. They're going to drain well, and they're going to have all the acid they possibly could muster up for themselves. Again, as I always say, Mr. Know-It-All out.